Hey Sagittarius. All right, so I wanted to do a bonus for you guys. Happy birthday. Just because you guys come like later in the week, so I thought I would do one today for you, and then who knows, maybe I'll do another one eventually. But um, yeah, I don't know where I was just going with that one. Sorry, I'm really, really overtired. Okay, so let's get started and see what's going on for you guys. For the Sagittarius that are married, what does that look like? For Sorry, I thought I heard somebody yell my name. Looks like you're moving forward. You guys could be having some issues, okay? So whether that's someone being deceitful, whether that's just, everyday bullshit that happens when you're married. But it does look like it is going to be resolved. One of you may walk away for a little while, feel emotionally distant, but I do see it getting resolved. For the Sagittariuses that are in a relationship, what does that look like? There's some anxiety. Changes need to be made. Somebody needs to work harder at this. It's becoming too much of a burden to one of you on one side, okay? And it does look like you may end up discussing this with somebody, an older person, maybe a family member, something of that nature. Where are we going to take this? It does look like it could be a soulmate of yours. And with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands, guys, it probably has potential, but somebody's just not fully on board, okay? For the Sagittarius that want to reconcile, what does that look like? In divine timing, if you want to reconcile, you guys can. For the Sagittariuses that are single and looking, something could jump out at you. Something could transpire for you pretty soon. Looks very healing. Looks very like somebody who's emotionally available. Very stable person. You will have somebody from the past that's going to be upset about it, but shit happens. Not your fault. You guys will have some sort of spiritual connection for sure. For sure. Could meet this person at some sort of gathering, get together, or even like even in like a spiritual group, like if you go to like yoga, or if you go to church, or yes, something like that, okay? For the Sagittarius that are going through a divorce, what does that look like? Whew. Looks messy as hell. It will get resolved, and it's just going to last longer and be a lot more messy than you anticipated, but all in all, you're both going to get through it just fine, okay? So for the Sagittariuses that are in any sort of court situation, what does that look like? Ugh, looks expensive and disastrous. But all in all, it turns out in your favor, okay? For the Sagittariuses that are retired, big changes coming to you. For some of you, you could be getting into a long-term relationship If you are in a relationship, it could be going to the next level. Some of you, if you have children, they could be moving and or going away, to do something, school, whatever the case. And I see lots of messages between you and somebody at a distance. trying to work something out. Be careful of something going wrong in your house, even like a fire. For the Sagittariuses that are going to school and or thinking about going back to school. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't even look like, else you're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be worth it. It doesn't look great. For the Sagittariuses that are looking for work, what does that look like? You will be finding something soon. You have more than one option. Really think it through, because one's going to be like lots of growth and abundance and the other one's going to be disappointing. Okay? For the Sagittariuses that work for somebody, what does that look like? Ooh, okay. Looks fantastic. I'll be honest with you. It looks fantastic. Now, some of you might be choosing to go, you know, make more money elsewhere in time, but right now it looks fine. You're fine. It doesn't, I don't see like, you know, getting more money, anything like that, but it looks good as far as like, you know, you're valued, you're not losing your job. For the Sagittariuses that work for themselves, what does that look like? Watch out for somebody who's trying to scam you in some sort of way. Yeah, they're going to say they're invested. They're not really invested. But I do see a celebration over something working out, something that you're working towards working out. The number 3 is relevant, so 3 days, 3 weeks, and the 3rd month in 3 months. For the Sagittariuses, what do I usually ask, guys? I can't even think right now. I'm so tired. If you have a spirit around you, what does the spirit want you to know? If it's someone you know, they miss you and they feel like they may have wronged you or you wronged them, one or the other, okay? If it's not someone you know and you just have an energy like surrounding you, this person wants you to make some decisions for your own stability. Whoever it is cares about you. For the Sagittariuses that have a dog, what does that look like? They're going to have some regret over something that they do. Like maybe they break something. Maybe they eat your shoe. Maybe, maybe they bit another dog, you know, that sort of thing. For the Sagittariuses that have a cat, the cat is connected to the other realm. And it looks like the cat loves you but thinks they can boss you around. For the Sagittarius that have any other animal, you may have to make a decision, like a veterinary sort of decision, if you want to, like, should they go on this medication? Should I get them these shots? You know, something of that nature. And any other messages for Sagittarius here during their birthday season? Anything else for Sagittarius? Why am I seeing a particular metal? Pewter, maybe? Could be. Could be considering trips or travel. I do see some disappointment over finances, so it could be something like, you don't look broke, but it's like something unexpected. Something unexpected and expensive is going to pop up, okay? But you have a wish fulfillment. If you've been looking for somebody to really invest in you, you have somebody on the way. You do. It doesn't have to be romantic, guys. You know that, but you do have something on the way. And for those of you that are suffering from a toxic person, a toxic situation, a codependency, and or addiction, I see you getting over that. Okay. you definitely have some sort of emotional support coming your way. All right, Sagittarius. I was going to do another one along with you guys, but I'm so tired today. So that's all we're going to do.